Hello, welcome back to bennystake. I'm your girl Benny, and I'm right back on this here couch again because I'm determined to not only watch Love is Blind but to record it. So it's been taking me a second, but welcome back to episode 7. We're gonna watch it together and we're gonna let it do what it do. Now we done left off with Madison crying, right? Now this baby is crying, but you know them kind of crying when them kids be crying, but they just crying to get your attention. Like they're not crying for real. Cause this baby's like, she trying to cry and see at the same time. Girl, is you sad or is you not? And I'm just kind of like, why are you crying at somebody who's clearly drunk, who's clearly not in their right minds? Is it just me or is Nick actually just like not thinking straight right now? Right? This baby drank too much. He just woke up from his sleep. He's a little discombobulated. I don't know why this baby is taking it like as a personal attack to her. She out here trying to weep, just like weep, but then look at the same time. And Nick is paying her no mind. Okay? One thing about Nick, he not gonna pay for nothing. He not gonna pay for his own house rent. That's why he on my screen trying to find love blindly, hoping it's gonna result in him getting a house. Right? Nick not gonna pay, he not gonna pay nothing. He not gonna pay his house bills. He not gonna pay his house rent. He not gonna pay nothing. And here he is, not paying Madison no damn mind. And now she just got up, then went into the bathroom, changed, and she about to go sleep. And I'm like, girl, yes, go lay down.
Did we get dinner at all?
Were you getting up to eat now? Like, I literally have been crying all night. Like, this has been
You've been crying all night?
What you want him to do? This baby waking up hungry, and Madison is like, I've been crying all night. All night I've been crying. What you want this baby to do? Beloved,
be crying by myself when my fiance is laying in bed and I'm crying on the patio.
let this baby sleep. Bring it up in the morning. Right? Like, I understand the feelings. The girl is be having the feelings. But now he laughing and I'm laughing too. You know what I'm saying? Like, this baby laughing because it's like, what are we talking about? I'm tired. I'm trying to sleep. What are we really talking about right now? I'm embarrassed that you're trying to cry, trying to get his attention, and he ain't giving you no attention whatsoever. He just woke up and was like, dang, I'm hungry. Let this baby sleep. Okay?
I was asleep.
You know what? I'm gonna go sleep in another room then. Because you can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe you're doing this.
Oh, so y'all, she leaving. She gonna go in the other room. One thing about that Netflix budget, they're gonna have multiple rooms. This villa looks gorgeous. Anytime they decide they're gonna be like, I'm gonna go in another room, it's another room waiting. It's another room waiting. Listen, let me go and Love is Blind, find my love blindly so I could stay at this villa because the way these things are looking, the process of things, y'all might see me on y'all screen. I'm not gonna lie to you. Y'all might see me on y'all screen just causing chaos for the people of God, but I'm gonna get that vacation. I'm finna get my love, Bartimaeus style.
You ever let anybody paint your nails?
Fuck no.
No?
Fuck no. Never have, never, well, I'm not gonna say never will, but probably never will.
Now you got Anton and Aline having a conversation around, has he ever done nail polish? Has he ever done like makeup? Beloved, did you have a conversation with Annie and Annie let you know that whatchamacallit, Nikki down there be getting accused by his mama about having high glucose level? Is this your way of trying to make sure that Anton is not, struggling with like pre-diabetes or anything like, is this your way? I just want to make sure because this conversation came out of nowhere and this people was like, no, I never had no nails done. I never had no makeup done. Maybe like if I have my daughter and we're like playing or something, for my daughter, maybe I'm all natural. But what is this conversation? Why are we checking for glucose levels? Is everybody pre-diabetic on this here show that I need to know? So now you got Megan and whatchamacallit, Jordan, and Megan is like, today was a lie. And this baby is like, explain to me in words, like what's going on. So far, only Anton and Aline seem to be enjoying each other. The rest of them, they're going through it. This meet and greet, it was not pleasant. I think people had way too much to drink. And, I told y'all in my last review that Megan was not feeling this. She was just like embarrassed. She was annoyed the whole time. Let's see what else she finna say.
I don't know what was on. Was like hanging with Nick that bad? Yeah, I actually had a great time with Nick.
So now they're talking about Nick. What else did Nick do? Because remember, he was overbearing, and he was annoying to Annie, and it just wasn't giving. He was doing a little too much, right? We discussed that in the last episode. What else he did?
What do you need? I don't know. No, you can't use the I don't know card. I need you to communicate.
I wanted us to be like that power couple.
Girl, you trying to be a power couple. If you wanted to be a power couple, why you went with Mark? Mark been told you he was trying to get a power couple going. He had his zest and Empire State Building going. You went for him. Now you trying to be a power couple with somebody that was just out here chilling.
I thought it was all jokes and like you were trying to be funny and fun with the guys, and I get that that's you, but I need you to be there for me.
I'll do that. I promise.
So like, what, you felt like he was ignoring you the whole time? Like he wasn't paying you no, he wasn't paying you no, never mind. Is that what is okay? Is this the age? But Jordan is taking the conversation well. He was like, okay, why did you feel like that? Interesting. Like, you wanted to be the power couple. Who did you feel like was the power couple amongst the group? Like, why were you feeling like that? And she was like, I know you were hanging out with the boys, but I kind of want you to, I guess, like, focus on me, right? Like, we're here together, focus on me. This is not the time for your boys. It's not the time to be hee ha ha. We here together. This is like our, low, vacation situation, right? Like, I know we gotta do the things with the groups, but like, you here for me, for real, right? Be here for me. I don't want to do none of that. And he was like, okay, I promise I'll try better. Comment down below and let me know. I feel like the conversation went well. Let's see.
I really apologize for what I said yesterday. I'm being really selfish. You told me you want to wait until marriage, but I'm thankful for you, like give me the chance, like get to that point where we can actually make it more special.
So now you got Giddy Edmund and Calibria, and he apologizes for, his crush out. You know how that baby was crashing out. He said, I want to go ahead and go where the water rise, right? I want to go ahead and go where there is hydration. I want to go ahead and swim, in your pool. I want to go ahead and drown in your love, right? That's what I'm trying to do before these 4 weeks are up for this marriage that we about to either marry blindly or not. I apologize for having my crush out. I don't know. I still maintain that their dynamic is very odd. We've already discussed this. But more than anything, it's giving like she's a lot more mature. She's a lot more like up here, and she's gonna do a whole lot of coaching, a whole lot of like almost like mother-son type kind of dynamic where she has to be on guard and like have to almost like keep checking him so he don't embarrass her. Because remember, even at the pool, when he was coming at Annie for the whole Brandon thing, and she was like, nah, like, check what you're saying. Like, no, relax. That ain't your problem. Like, watch what you're saying. It just feels like she gonna take on that role of making sure that Edmund doesn't say or do things that's gonna embarrass her. And that literally contradicts the whole point of her wanting to just like not be that alpha female. She wants to have somebody that's just going to be there, that's going to be leading, that's going to be, just standing by her side so she can relax and lean more into her, her little soft girl era, right? And this ain't it. Edmund is not it for many reasons that we've already discussed, but that dynamic is not going to work out at all.
And you look so beautiful, and I wasn't expecting it.
Calibria is so pretty. I don't think we're talking about it enough. She is so beautiful. Like, she is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Like, she is so beautiful.
My dad will like you too. He'll love you, actually. He was like, hope you can find somebody manly enough to be with you.
Your dad was like, hopefully you could find somebody manly enough to be with you, and you landed on Nick. Your dad, whose DNA you carry around, and told you, hopefully you could find somebody manly enough for you. And you came and searched. Okay? You searched high and low, side to side, in the deepest of the waters. You searched on my screen and you did all that only to land on Nick. The way your papa is about to be disappointed. I don't think I've said it in any of my reviews thus far, but like Annie's character trait that's like my least favorite is the passive aggressive. Like, this girl be trying to tell you the things, but she just say like laughingly. Like, she will say everything as if she's laughing when she's actually trying to be serious. Personally, comment down below and let me know. I like people that say the thing and say the thing. This whole I'm going to try to like laugh and I'm actually throwing like a dig at you low-key. It be, or like trying to say the things that I need, but not just saying like, hey, I need this. Almost like laughing, just being like, making snarky comments, like the passive aggressiveness of it all. Oh, God. I just like people that say the thing and say the thing. Comment down below if you guys have picked up on that. Because even in their conversation with like Nick, like it shows up in like subtle different ways. In the past when she'll be talking to Brandon and, she was like, well, I'm not that kind of girl. Like, I need my apologies in diamonds. I want something that I can see, something that I could drive. And then he was like, are you serious? She was like, no, I'm not. But yes, I am. Which is it? I don't want to have to calculate every time. Like, what is this person saying? Are they being serious? Are they being funny? I do not like that at all.
I just want to start off by saying just the fact that we've only been together for 3 days physically.
Right.
I don't know what you need in moments.
This baby really trying to secure that housing because I don't know. I feel like, again, he had too much to drink. He was tired. He wasn't thinking straight. I don't know why she wanted to victimize herself in that moment so bad. Yes, she came to check in for sure, but it wasn't an issue. He hadn't necessarily done anything to her. He just was tired, half asleep, half hungry, still discombobulated. And then she spent the whole night crying for what? Like, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, let me know maybe something that I'm missing. To me, felt uncalled for. And here he came apologizing. You probably just wanted to be heard and I didn't give that to you. This, that, and the third. One thing about Joe, he gonna make sure that his dwelling place gonna be secure. He gonna have a house come out of this experiment. He gonna have him a house towards the end of this experiment, and he gonna work what he needs to work for. Am I saying he shouldn't have apologized? I'm not saying that. In a relationship, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about reconciling and being at peace with each other, right? But again, I'm still not sure why Madison was. I don't know why she was mad still. So y'all let me know.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but I got a little intoxicated yesterday.
Wow, so you actually got kicked out?
Yeah, I slept in a different room.
So he finally names it, right? In his other confessionals, he had not. So this is, what's his name talking? This is Homeless Joe. And he was like, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I was intoxicated. So even the way he was annoying Annie, Annie was like, just get off of me, the back and forth that he was going on with Jordan, anybody in their right mind could tell that this baby was drunk. So he finally says it, he slept in a different room, but they're fine now.
And she's like, you're fucking annoying me. I was like, oh. I was like, oh, shit. You couldn't have phrased that just a little lighter? Yikes. It was like a mini gut punch.
So you have, what's his name, Jordan, recalling the part of the meetup when, Megan, Sparkly Megan was like, you're annoying me, you're effing annoying and whatever. And he was like, dang, that was a little gut punch. I wish you would have phrased it differently. Are they trying to set us up for like a little, I don't know, are they trying to set us up for maybe like a little differences in communication style? Like, is, Megan a little feisty with the way she says things, and is it gonna be feeling, kind of like disrespected? Like, dang, like you could have phrased that like, why I know I can be annoying, but why I gotta be like fucking annoying? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you say it in a way that's like a little bit more gentler? Because, a lot of these men, they want to lay in your bosom. They want you to mother them. They want you to go ahead and burp them on the side. Like, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like you should speak to your partner in a way that makes them feel belittled. But like, I wonder if this is a setup for how things are going to look like in the real world. Because again, they have that little bit of an age gap. So I hope it doesn't become a thing. Because I went back and looked, and I think she's like 35. So either 34 or 35. So that's a good 6 years, 5 to 6 years of a difference, depending on how old she is. So I hope she doesn't, come across to him as being way too like belittling. So you also then have the girlies on the other side, just like reflecting on their relationships. You have Calibria, who is like, oh, Edmund is not like an alpha male, because I need, I'm a little bit more like, ugh. Right? Remember that conversation where this baby not trying to fight nobody. He says, the Lord defends me. I do not fight nobody. Okay? Even if it was somebody in a wheelchair, I would not. I don't fight nobody. I don't do nothing. And so Augustus is like, dang, like you like nothing. You're not going to ever defend me in the event of something. He's like, no, baby, I'm not going to do nothing. And that's like a little bit of a problem for her. But again, in the lounge, you had said that, I say I need an alpha male, but I don't really need an alpha male. I just need somebody that's going to create a safe space for me to be soft and just kind of like not have to be overly independent all at the same damn time. You got that in Edmund, right? You got that in Edmund. When we're talking about like the whole 50-50, how it comes to bills and all that stuff, you said you ain't mind all of the things. You kept reiterating that you're not like all these other girls. Everything you said you wanted, you got it in Edmund. Maybe y'all were being edited differently, but everything you said you wanted, you got it in Edmund. You did. He's real soft with it. Real feminine. He gonna cry unannounced. He gonna cry unannounced. He gonna cry at people, breaking up that ain't had nothing to do with him. This baby gonna cry. Everything you said you wanted and everything you said you was okay with, you got it in Edmund. So now we just got to figure it out. And then you have Sparkly Megan talking about how like, oh, in the past I done fell in love with Jordan because of just like, the jokes and how funny he is. But now it's like, I want him to be a little bit more serious. You had Mike that was serious. You wanted to go ahead and follow your gut. Do we need probiotics already? It's only day 2 of y'all being on this getaway. The weddings is in, 3 weeks. Y'all be claiming y'all want certain things and it don't always be aligning, because now he's being himself. He's being exactly who he was in the lounge, in the pods, right? He was a jokester. He, ha, ha. Okay? Laugh. Now it's time to laugh. Okay? It's time to laugh.
It's 3-4 weeks to the altar. We were talking about that on the guy's side tonight. How do you guys feel if you were to say right now, could you say yes? Every single guy there was like, I'm not sure.
The girlies sometimes, I hate when they be having me almost like reason with the man, right? Because I'm not sure what's happening in this conversation, but this is a scene between Annie and whatchamacallit, Lavender Nick, right? And so they talking and he's like, a conversation came up tonight with the boys, like when it comes to the wedding being like 3-4 weeks away, how do they all feel? And they were all just kind of like, we're not sure. As in, like, this is fast. There's still a lot to learn about each other. There's still a lot to learn about our partner. There's still a lot to learn about, what it even means to be married. Like, we haven't lived together. We haven't met families. We haven't done any of those things. All those are real concerns. This baby taking it offensively as if this is an attack on who she is, I'm not understanding that. That's a real concern. You should feel concerned too. Right now, sitting in this here honeymoon, you should not be having a yes in your mind already. You don't know this man. You should go explore. You should go figure out, what are your living habits going to be like? Your schedules. How are you guys going to mesh the real life together? That's part of the experiment. So you shouldn't be walking into this confident at all. But the thing with Annie is she going to end up with her husband no matter what. It don't matter. It don't matter to her. She wants to be married no matter the cost. And that's a dangerous place to be. Nick did not say anything wrong that they have to go through the entire process. You have to get to know each other better. You have to. None of the men are wrong in this. You have to get to know each other. But the girl is sometimes we don't be listening. We be listening to respond instead of listening to comprehend. It will behoove you to really go through this entire process and pay attention to what's happening instead of having your goggles on, okay, blind as hell, just looking to get married no matter the cost. No, you should explore this fully. Nobody right now should know for a fact, like, yes, I'm finna marry this person. Nobody should know this. In the honeymoon, you don't know. You're still in the bubble. Y'all haven't even gotten your phones back. You don't know this person. And so men saying like, I'm not sure. That's very valid. Comment down below and let me know. You can tell from her body language that she's full on mad. That this baby is just like, we're not going to get married tomorrow. Because one thing about Lavender Nick, it's a lot of things he still got to explore. Okay, he got to explore a lot of things. Yeah, now he's still trying to play hide and seek with his sexuality, not trying to come out. He still has a lot of things to explore. All right? So if he wants to take the full 3 weeks, which you should too, I don't see what the big deal is. This process is already rushed. Using up the entire time to really think critically is the smartest thing to do. But you're not trying to be smart. You're not trying to do nothing. You're trying to have, a husband. You're trying to have your eggs cracked. It don't matter how, with who. You trying to get you married.
Tomorrow we're going to go back to the real world and we're going to start living together. And I'm saying I'm excited to do that with you.
It just sucks because I feel like I'm all in and like you're not.
Where are you getting the all in and then he's not? Granted, again, Lavender Nick, he has a lot of things that he got to do, but based off of the things that he's saying, where are you getting that?
I don't need you in my life. Like, you are not somebody that I need. No, but you are not somebody that my life will fall apart, like, if you're not in it. Like, it's not a fucking need, it's a want. I just want to make that very clear.
Dang. This girl has a lot of just like, what? It's almost like everything this man is saying is going through one ear and coming out the other. Where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? You don't need to be on my screen trying to find love blindly if this is how agitated and how insecure you are. At somebody saying the things that you want them to be saying, but somehow you are not registering that they're saying the things that you want them to be saying and the things that they should be saying. You feel like it's not right there with you. Why? Because this baby is saying like, I cannot wait for us to go through the experiment. I cannot wait for us to go through the 3 weeks. I cannot wait to live with you, get to know you more. go through all of those things together with you. I cannot wait to do all of those things. You want him to marry you today. And you're going to throw this much of a tantrum because the man wants to go through the process, through the entire process of the experiment, to continue solidifying the relationship day by day. Let's go to sleep. Tomorrow is a new day. I love you. I'm here with you. I'm going to assure you. Sometimes my assurance may not sound like what you want to hear, but I'm assuring you nonetheless. This man who be talking a lot, mind you, at least in this scene, I'm not seeing what he's doing wrong. Comment down below. So for her to be so vile, like, I don't need you, this, that, and the third, very uncalled for. Now, I just said I wanted you to be a little bit more forthcoming, but it didn't mean you had to just go ahead and just become unreasonable for no reason.
Like Nick, I don't need you.
I
don't need
very
you.
clear. Well, so why are you telling me that right now?
Because let's just pause, and what if he came and said that to you? I don't need you right now. Let's be fucking clear. I don't, like, how would that land? It ain't even therapy that y'all need. Y'all need like baptism. Okay, y'all need anointing oil. Y'all need redemption. Y'all need Christ to go ahead and come for the second time just for y'all on my screen. Okay, y'all need the resurrected blood of the Lamb. Okay? That the exorcism is what some of y'all be needing. Because what the hell? Go get your lashes off your face before you start talking to people cash crazy. Okay? And remove some of the clippings that you got in your head. It's suffocating your brain, beloved. It is.
Want you here.
I want to be here with you. Is that good enough for you?
I fucking want you, Nick. Like, I want you to be my husband. Like, I want you to be my partner.
And when has it said differently? Now, as viewers, we know it's a lot of differences that you're going to find out. But in this moment, what has it said differently that's not computing in your mind? The way she spoke to him in this case was very vile. Comment down below. I know if a man spoke to me like that, that will hurt my feelings, for sure. I don't fucking need you. Let's be very clear. You could walk out of my life. Yes. Yes. As a woman, that's something that I know for myself, right? There is nobody in this world other than Christ that's ever going to torment me, that's ever going to torment my peace, that's going to make me feel like, excuse my my laundry. My laundry machine going to sing whenever it's done. My dryer. Right? But nobody ever in this life ever going to torment me to the point where like I would like lose my sanity if they were not a part of my life. Right? But even in communicating that, I don't go around telling the people in my life, I don't fucking need you. This is a want. You could leave. It ain't a problem. You could walk out today right now. It ain't going to change not a damn thing. It don't gotta be that vile. It don't ever gotta be that vile. Is it true? Yes, you should always be in a position where like you could walk out of any situation and not feel like you would lose your sanity, your peace, your financial security, your joy or whatever. Like you should be able to walk out of anybody's life and not feel like you're losing yourself. Absolutely. But the people in your life, the people that you've been blessed to love, the people that you've been blessed to have be a part of your life, they don't need to be treated as if they're that disposable. This was vile. This was vile. If somebody spoke to me in that way, I don't think it would land to me right. It was just like it had unnecessary drama to it. It had unnecessary insecurity to it. And I know it's a lie because you're on my screen and you ain't really even wanting Nick like that for real, for real. Let's keep it a buck. You don't want that old boy Brandon, but you wanted somebody that was going to reassure you, which Nick did after he done reassured the other girl on the side, right? And you just want to be married. So even that is a front. Even all this that you're doing, like, I don't need, that still is a mess. You do want a husband. And you being on my screen the way you've been on my screen, it's a need too. Let's keep it a buck.
But when I'm saying I'm trying to go on this journey with you, and you keep telling me, well, I don't need you, what do you want me to do with that information when I'm trying to get closer to you here?
There's a reason I want to be married to you.
To get a husband, to end up with a husband. And it's almost like everything he's saying is going through one ear, coming out the other. She can't even fathom how vile her statement could have been.
Let's try to get some sleep, okay?
Yeah, just whatever you need to.
See, that's just like right there. Why say things like that? Because I do care. Like, go.
Because obviously I care more. Like,
What the hell? Girl. Is Annie slow? Like, I need for us to have, is Annie slow? Like, let's check under my pillows. Maybe the screws that's supposed to be connecting her brain, maybe it's here. I'm not saying it, right? But you know screws are hard to find. Let's check the other side. Child, this hand is screw, but we got a little thingy over here that we found under my couch. It ain't the screw that's supposed to be on her brain connecting the dots. What? Don't piss me off. And she trying to cry. Why you crying? Why you crying? This baby is like, I'm finna go ahead and get some sleep. Yeah, go lay down.
Would you prefer to be alone right now? Is it okay if I sleep here with you?
I fucking love the fuck out of you.
And I'm right there with you.
No, because you're the one that doesn't think that you love me as much as I love you.
When he said that. When he said that. Some of y'all just be missing chromosomes. It's a couple that's just like not there.
But don't say that I said those things because I didn't say those things.
You're annoyed with me because, like,
I'm not.
I didn't see myself saying this, but like Nick in this scene, he showed a lot of patience. You know what I'm saying? He showed a lot of patience. A lot of patience. Because it's just kind of like, now she started lying and saying like, oh, you said, you know, you don't love me as much as I love you. When he said that? When he, Annie, are you okay? Like, is it crack? Like, take a couple clip-ons off your freaking hair. It's affecting your brain chemistry. It really is. It really is. My God in heaven. Such an insufferable person. Go back to being passive-aggressive, please.
It was so good to chill and like get sexy. I love that we had our sexy time again. Like, I miss that.
I love that we had our sexy time again. This is Madison and Homeless Joe. Listen, that homeless trumpet, when you're trying to secure that housing and Section 8 is not working out for you, the House of Representatives don't want you there, even the House of God, the people of God are trying to go back home, you gonna work on blowing that trumpet, making sure it's in tune. Okay? Making sure the notes are right. Because our good sisters are, dang, I love that we had our sexy time again. One thing about Homeless Joe, he gonna blow that trumpet right down that canal, okay? And secure him a cushion, a pillow, blankets, and fuzzy socks in your housing, okay? Stay awake, my sister. Stay awake. That sexy time is trying to distract you so that this baby can go ahead and live in your house.
I feel excited and hopeful, and I'm ready to be in Denver with you.
Brenna, I'm very thankful that I found you in this.
Of course you are. Of course you are. Of course you're excited you found her in this experiment. You done found you a girl with her mortgage, her little condo, okay? And it's a chance that our good sis might lose her vision. So you could just walk into her house, okay, change some things around because she's not gonna be able to see the things. Of course you're glad. Homeless Joe, of course you're glad. So now they're back home, and immediately you have Calibria and Giddy Edmond in the apartment, and Giddy Edmond does this right here.
This is lit. I've never been in a cabinet. Look, this is me in a cat. Oh no, I can't close it. I might need your help. That's me in the closet. That's great. That's lit.
This baby went and fit himself inside of the closets, the cabinets in the kitchen. Calibria is a saint. But then again, Calibria has not seen the other things that we've seen, right? The booger eating, the floor kissing. She hasn't seen that. But Calibria is a saint because that baby said, whatever makes you happy, we gonna leave it at that. Whatever makes you happy.
She's gonna love you.
Hey, you say that. I've never done this before.
She's gonna love you.
These girlies on these hair shows have an unlimited amount of just tears in them, just ready to come down at any given point, right? So you have Jordan and Sparkly Megan. They back in Denver. Obviously, they're in the apartment. They're talking about the size of the house. And the way Jordan is describing his house, it sounds like the house is a little bit more smaller. And she's like, it's a 1 bedroom. So we're already seeing the differences in just like lifestyle showing up a little bit. And then they come into the conversation around like, meeting Luca's mom and whatnot. And she's like, I'm a little nervous. So he asks, like, why are you nervous? Why this baby gonna start crying? Like, is that anything to cry? Like, is that anything to cry about? She literally is about to cry for meeting the mother of the little boy of, of the man she done fell in love with. Is that anything to cry about? Being nervous, yes. But to start crying about it's like, dang. Where my tears be at? You know what I'm saying? Because evidently I do not have enough. Yeah, now like where my tears at? My Lord, increase my supplies. Let me weep as well.
I know.
She crying for real.
I swear I wouldn't have dragged you into
Well,
something.
it just seems like a lot right now.
It is a lot, and that's okay. It's okay to feel like it's a lot.
There's just so many unknowns. Like, I don't even know
But I know.
when I'm gonna meet him. Like, I don't know all these things.
Why are you shocked though? You knew he was a single dad. Again, now you have a problem with him telling jokes. Now you crying about him being a single dad, and it's like you have no problem about loving the son. You already know you're gonna love the son, but like, it's so many unknowns. Did we not know the unknowns when we decided to go ahead and say yes to a man who has a child? Like, what? You don't know all these things. Yes, y'all will figure it out together as you go. Why are we crying on my screen?
I don't want to like overstep and like step on your toes. I never want to be in a spot where it's like, oh, Megan, you shouldn't have done that. Or even good things like you shouldn't have bought him this clothes, like these clothes.
So they're having this conversation, and Sparkly Megan is explaining that gift giving is one of her love languages. And, but in this new role, she just wants to make sure that she knows how to navigate, right? Like, she doesn't want to overstep, like being a stepmom. She doesn't want to, even when she's trying to do the right thing, she doesn't want to overstep and maybe say, like, she bought Luca something that she shouldn't have, or whatever the case is. And you have Jordan reassuring her, like, hey, it's not about spending money. It's all about just like, quality time with the child. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like spending time with him, taking him to the park, to the playground, and, maybe getting ice cream and all that stuff. Like, I'm trying to teach my son that they're not going to get everything that they want out of life, and whatever the case is.
And I think what matters to him and what would matter to me more is if you're like, let me take him out to this ice cream shop that I know has gluten-free cones.
Yeah.
But it's not about spending money. It's more about spending time.
And it got me thinking that Megan is so she's so used to being so money heavy that she still has to kind of like work on the other parts of like her life and the other parts of like her character, if that makes sense, right? Because yes, you should want to gift people. Yes, you should want to do for the little kid, but he's right. Get to know the kid. It's not about money. Money isn't the only way you can express love to somebody. Money isn't the only way you can express to somebody, right? And for that to be like where her mind has gone, it's just kind of like, I really hope she takes a step back and works on the other, I guess, love languages, you know, that way it won't always feel, because remember, even in the beginning, like part of the thing that she was saying, like, people are with me because of money, people are with me because of money. Perhaps people lean on you because of money, because you rely on money almost like for connection. You rely on giving almost for like connection, instead of leaning on like the emotionality and leaning on the other part and the other aspects of life, quality time, words of affirmation, acts of service, and all those different things. Perhaps people have in the past, been with you or wanted to be with you because of money, because you lead so much with money. You lead so much with your money.
Nothing needs to be forced. You don't need to buy him anything. Like, me and his mom have that covered.
I know, but I like doing that. I told you my love language is gift giving.
So this conversation was just kind of like, I get it from her perspective. I get it like, hey, like I want to make sure that I'm not overstepping. But the things that she thought would be overstepping is like, this guy not even worried about that. Like, I don't need you to take care of my child. I can take care of my child. The mama can take care of our son. Like, I don't need none of that from you. Just love my son. Don't be mean to my son, and we're good to go. So that was it on episode 7. Now we are on episode 8. Episode 7 just like ended with them talking about the whole Luca thing again. No matter how much I feel like Jordan tried to reassure her, she still felt uncertain. She still felt like, dang, like, what if I don't meet him, until like closer to the wedding and all that stuff. And he was like, I will do my best. You will meet my son. I will do my best. You'll meet my son. I do have to say, I really did like the way, Jordan handled the conversation. He was very reassuring. He created that safe space for her. I do have to really applaud him for that. And even Nick, with that insufferable Annie getting mad at, him for no reason. I also do have to say I like the way he handled the conversation. He wasn't, adding more fuel to the fire. He diffused as best as possible. And I do have to just like, commend the two of them, at least for those two scenes, right? Now, has Jordan done anything to me where I'm just kind of like, like, no. Jordan, so far, he's just been a goofball. He's been funny. But when he's needed to handle certain things, like certain conversations, so far, he's shown up in a way that makes sense.
I was really put off, of course, by like when you try to tell me things that I said that I didn't say, and like
I know, and I'm so sorry. That won't happen again.
So now we have a scene between Annie, insufferable Annie, and Lavender, Nick, and she basically apologizes for just like, how she lied on him, for him saying things he never said. She apologizes for that, and then she gonna give like a little explanation talking about how like, it's just because she's very passionate and she's very passionate about him and she cares about him. Like, she's ready to be a wife. Like, she really wants to be married to him, this, that, and the third. And so that just like was her acting like very emotional and all of the things. And okay, girl. All right. And then she says, it's okay that she feels ready and she's like right there. And she also has to respect and recognize that it's going to take him a time. I'm going to add that you should take your time as well. Because eventually y'all going to meet the other the pod squad people. And Kate going to let you know how this man done behaved. So you should also be pacing yourself and calming down. All the way down.
Is it not fucking scary? Is it not?
You're scaring me a little right now.
Okay, but you have no reservations at all. I mean, like, yes,
You want her to have reservations, Joe? Like, so now we got homeless Joe and whatchamacallit and Madison. And they're talking about how, like, Madison has never introduced nobody to her family, this, that, and the third. And Joe is like, doesn't that make you nervous that I'm going to be the first person that you're going to be introducing? Are you not nervous about us? You seem like way too sure. And I'm just kind of like, Joe, do you want her to be unsure about you the same way you are unsure about her? Like, because you are here for housing, right? Like, you want her to be unsure as well. Like, is that what you want?
Of
course I do, Joe.
But you don't show it. You don't show it at all. Like, I don't see any worry on your face.
Do you want me to be worried?
No, well, it would make it feel a little bit, like, more human. Like,
Girl, he wants you to be worried about how you feel about him. Begin to be worried. Okay? He realizing he amounts to nothing and a half, and he don't got no fitted sheet, right? And he cannot for the life of him comprehend why you are here. So sure about him. He's trying to warn you about himself. My sister, you have not gotten your Stevie Wonder yet. Open your eyes and see what's happening. Open your eyes like this and see what is happening. Open your ears and listen to what this baby is saying. He wants you worried. He wants you concerned because he's concerned. If he were in your shoes, he would not be with himself. Okay? Let's pay attention.
I feel like it would make it feel like, oh, fuck, we're in this together. Like, I feel like...
I've said that to you. Like, how many times have I been like, this is so fucking crazy right now?
Right, yes. It just feels as if...
Like, I'm too sure about you?
You're so sure.
It scares you that somebody is so sure about you because you're a fraud. You're a fraud. That's why it's like, dang, like, this girl really blind? Like, is she about to be blind? Is she currently blind? Like, how can she not see me for the fraud that I am? Madison, I need you to open your eyes and see, and open your ears. Let those that have ears to listen, let them listen. This baby is warning you against himself. You don't get no clearer than that.
Enough for this. I knew what I was getting into.
Right.
I knew.
Right.
I wanted to find my person.
And he's telling you it ain't him.
Not scared because I thought I was finding that.
You're not finding it.
Dated.
You're not finding it. You're not finding Nemo. You're not finding a damn thing. Okay? You did not find. You did not find nothing. And he letting you know that. You, in fact, did not find out a damn thing.
Hey, I have reservations sometimes. Of course, Joe. Yeah.
You never
When I
see
see you shut down, when I see you fully withdraw from me. Yes, Joe, there are some things that you do that do make me kind of pause.
So now they're just full on arguing about how much she cares about him and how much he is questioning the fact that she cares about him. They're in full on arguments now. And this baby is tootsie rolling, is gyrating. And I'm like, Madison, listen. Please listen.
Welcome to the humble abode.
It's nice.
It's humble, right?
Yeah. You're like very clean, which I love.
So now we're just seeing Sparkly Megan in the apartment where Jordan lives at. And, she's like, oh, it's cute. You clean and all the things. Let's see how this gonna go.
A lot to see. I also sleep with the TV on.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Couldn't be two people.
No. I reached out to my realtor, look at some homes that might be a little more suitable for the three of us. But, I mean, this is nice.
She took this well. I thought she was going to bring all her sparkles and be like, this is giving the ghetto. This is too small. This is all of the things. But sis was not giving that at all. And I'm happy for her. And him.
About to be in school full time, and like last time I was in school full time, like I was living with my parents for like a big portion of it. My mom was taking care of the meals and cleaning and everything.
This man is not your mother. This man is not your mother. We're going to have to come up with some kind of arrangement. This man is not your parent, and he also works night time. And they just had this conversation. This is Awachmakole, Anton and Alini, by the way, right? They just had conversations around like, if I cook, you clean. If you clean, I cook. Regular schmegular couples conversations. They seem to have been having a lovely morning. They had steak and egg, and I'm like, dang, like just steak and egg for breakfast. Like, okay. I'm guessing they're gonna, go to sleep because they both work at night. She's a nurse, and I think he be driving trucks or whatever. And so the conversation came about like, she's trying to go back to school and cleaning not gonna be a priority.
Literally, I was not doing like anything. Cleaning is not going to be like a priority for me.
Her mama did everything, for her when she was in school. That's your mama. We're gonna have to figure out like a happy medium. Maybe he takes on some things and you take on some other things. But again, that's your mama, right? And I'm not saying this because it's her that's going to school. Even if it was him that was going to school, the expectation shouldn't be that now she would have to mother you, right? You are an adult. Figure out a way to figure out a way. Something. Now, if they want to, out of the kindness and the goodness of their heart, for sure. But to have this as an expectation, I think it will be unfair. Again, not your parent. This is your partner, this is your spouse, not your parent. Figure out a happy medium.
Ideal scenario for me, I think I would want to...
Not work?
I wouldn't want to not work.
If you work 1 or 2 days a week, that should be fine.
Do you think you make enough to support both of us?
Yeah.
School's going to be expensive, and I could still get Botox.
Not the Botox. Girl. You're not trying to clean after yourself. You want this baby to clean after you. You want him to go ahead and, be able to support, which is not an unfair thing. If you guys are married, it's not an unfair thing. Because she did say she still would want to work. She doesn't want to not work. She still would work. And he was like, if you work a couple of days a week, you still, we'll still be fine. Are we still going to have enough money for me to get the Botox? Like, girl, I hope you're joking. Because please, let's be for real.
So we talked about once we're married, we'd have a joint, account.
Mm-hmm.
I know you said you were cool with that.
I also don't think there's anything wrong with just having like a joint and then also having like our own.
Yep. Have a joint, but also have your separate. Ladies, have a joint, but also have your separate. Please. Please. Women all over the world done fought enough. They done fought too much for you to be just sitting over here like Boo Boo the Fool, only with a joint and nothing to your name. Have a joint if you want to, but a little something on the side should have your name and your name on it only. Please. Especially on Love is Blind, please. Okay? Let's not be stupid.
I don't really see a point in having a joint and separate ones, unless maybe you can explain.
What do you mean you don't see a point to having a joint and a separate? Anton, what do you mean you don't see a point in having a joint and a separate? I don't like that. Something as little as being able to maybe surprise your partner with something, you could be able to do that on a separate account in a way that you cannot do in a joint. Like birthdays and things like that. I'm trying to buy something or I'm trying to plan something for you, easily. That's just like one simple example that even will benefit you and just keep like an element of surprise, right? The biggest one is just like individuality. Just because we're married doesn't mean I cease to exist as a person and you cease to exist as a person. The same way you will still have hobbies that you enjoy by yourself, but we still have hobbies that we do together. It's the same way you could have money that we spend and we put together, that we enjoy together for the house, for the family, for the kids, in a way that I'm going to be able to have my own money to do my own things. And Tan, are you slow?
What the benefit of that would be?
Maybe I don't want to tell you how much I spent on Botox.
Not the Botox. Because a girl needs to have her things for her things. Okay, if she wants to do her Botox, she wants to do whatever she wants to do. A girl needs to have her things to do her things. Alini, stay on his neck, please. Don't backtrack and bow wow out of this because you're trying to find your love blindly. Keep that account with your name and your name on it only.
Oh my goodness. How are you? I'm doing better now that I met my featuring. Oh my goodness.
How are you, beautiful?
So why this a meetup between whatchamacallit, Calibria and Edmund's mom? And when I tell you Edmund sounds just like his mama, the voice that's Edmund's mama. They sound exactly the same. The voice is literally the same.
What coconut fell off the tree? Yeah.
Mama said, what coconut and fell from the tree and hit you upside the head that's gonna land you to choosing my son? If the mama gonna ask you that, beloved, you need to go ahead and start running the same way Edmund been running down the halls of them pods. Okay, the same way he was running down them people's pods and lounges. If the mama herself gonna ask you, what is it about my son that you saw that made you be like, let me go ahead and go with him? If the mama gonna ask you that, beloved, you need to bounce, you need to run, you need to do whatever you got to do and get the hell up out of there. What?
You know, in the past, we talk behind the wall and fall in love with each other based on the inside.
So the meetup between Edmund's mama seemed to be going well. She said she got some beads for good sales that she gonna give to Edmund, and then Edmund gonna adorn her and do the things.
I have a gift for you back in my room. It is something that I give all of my daughter-in-laws. Yeah. They all get. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot her beads.
You know, they spoke about how they connected and the things. So the conversation seems to be going well. I think mama approves. Because even her didn't believe that, you know, her son could end up with somebody. But I think mama approves. So if y'all like it, I guess I love it. I don't know what else to say at this point. This baby done kissed the floor. He be eating his boogers. He be crying unannounced. He had a crash out about you not wanting to go ahead and let him, you know, cross the canal without the proper marriage certificate that's going to serve as the visa. But alas, if the good Lord gonna put y'all together, who am I to sunder? You know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna sunder a relations that the good Lord has put together? I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, keep going. Keep going and go ahead and go further in love, child. I don't know what I'm supposed to say at this point. Like, if you like it, I love it.
But I'm about to help put things in perspective for you a little bit. The young ladies I've known you to be, well, you picked some good ones.
And Calibra is a great one. Because now Calibra done left the room. She said she going to be right back. Right? Mama going to say, I'm here to put things into perspective for you. You done told Calibra was going to give her the little beads from Ghana. They done spoke about the Ghana and the things. And she be in Ghana. She be eating with her hands. They just spoke about different things. Right? Calibra leaves the room. She going to talk about she got to put things into perspective. What perspective? Where are we going with this perspective? Let's just see.
I can't just go letting just anybody have y'all because they say, hey,
I can't just let anybody have y'all just because they say like, hey. What that mean? Have you seen Calibria? Have you seen your own son? Like, what that mean? What that mean, beloved?
But you only get one chance to make a first impression. Now look at the Instagram. I haven't sent to my sister. We were like, nah.
Whose Instagram? Did y'all send Calibria's Instagram and you guys were both like, nah? Whose Instagram did you send, mother? Mother Edmund. Whose Instagram did you send? Was it Calibria's Instagram? The meeting was going so well. I swear to God, I'm not trying to gaslight y'all. Y'all can go back and play this for yourself from start to finish. It started well because she was saying one thing when Calibria was there. As soon as Calibria leaves the room, she talking about how like I can't just let anybody have y'all. You know, I sent her Instagram to my sister and we're both like, nah. What I saw on the Instagram. And have you seen your son and his behavior? Sometimes it be some blessings from above. That's gonna come once in a lifetime. Calibra is that for your son. I disagree now. Right? I disagree wholeheartedly. But let's not act like we got a lot of let's not act like we got a lot of options going on. Have you seen Giddy Edmond? Okay.
But just meeting her, I like her. I do.
But meeting her, I like her. I do. And now she about to cry. You are, in fact, Edmund's mother. There is no doubt about it. The results are in. You are the mother. You really are. Go ahead and weep on my screen because everybody just trying to cry. Everybody want to just come on my screen and weep. Go ahead and get your turn, beloved. She crying.
You've done college. You've done the traveling, and you're doing the career thing. Now I see that you're ready to nest. You're ready to settle down.
Okay. So we've come full circle now. You see it. I was getting a little scared there for a minute because for you to think that Giddy Edmond, your son, could find better than Calibria, who I don't think should be with him at all. Right? But thank God we're circling back and we're landing in. Okay, it was looking a little dangerous over there. The route was giving a little bumpy. How I felt about the meeting overall. I think it was a little murky in the middle. It kind of came together for the glory of God. Calabria seemed to be laughing as to where Adam paused. God bless America, I guess. I don't know what I'm supposed to say next.
I just wanted to show you that I put it back on. Like, I appreciated you, like, cuddling me this morning. It's okay to have those fears. Like, I do too.
So now we finally get to see a homeless Joe's house whose lease gonna be up come July, and he wants to go ahead and move into the house of the woman of God. And the last time we had seen them, they were having an argument because he was concerned as to why she's not concerned about the fact that, you know, he's essentially like doubting, like why is she not doubting more just like he is. And she had gotten mad and took off the ring, and you know, he apologized and she put the ring back on, and now they together again. I'm just so tired of this entire cast. Do I think it's, you know, healthy for men to be able to also share their feelings in a relationship? Absolutely. But what he was sharing wasn't making sense to me, at least, on the strength alone of like, you have somebody who's sure about you and you are essentially questioning why they're sure about you. The more he kept hopping on that, the more she was like, dang, like now I'm uncertain. Now I'm confused, like as to why now you're almost like mad at me for being so sure about you. Are you not sure about me? Which I know he's not. He's here to look for a little bit of fame. You know what I'm saying? A little housing on the side. He doesn't find her attractive. This not his type. He prefers them petite and all of the things. So he's just here for more screen time and to waste our time. Right? So to see her really be invested in him, made him question like why, really like why, like are you blind currently? Like what the hell? I'm tired of this entire cast. I'm so tired of them. And so now we have the little meetup between Sparkly Megan side of the family. So, you know, her mom's sister, they're finally meeting Jordan. And comment down below. Maybe it's just me, right? But now I'm just curious what else this Luca kid is like. Because a part of me is just, I don't want to say upset, but I'm just like annoyed that they've reduced this kid, this little kid, to just like his diagnosis. Is it diagnosis? Diagnosis? Is it diagnosis? Is it diagnosis? The word is diagnosis. Diagnosis, eh? It feels like they've reduced this little kid to, you know, his diagnosis. And it's like a part of that just makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. Now the sister that had a dream, she got her Martin Luther King on, gonna talk about how like in her dream, you know, their dad was telling her in the dream that, you know, he has a son, and that's the only way I was gonna get her to see it. And it's just kind of like, you know, the first thing that come out of their mouth is like, you know, Luca, you know, Luca has diabetes as well. And I'm just kind of like, does the little boy like to color? Does he like to play around in the park? Does he, like, what else can you say about this kid? It almost feels like his entire identity on this here show has been his diagnosis. And I'm just kind of like, I'm low-key annoyed at that. Like, low-key. I mean, he shared that with you. Am I saying you shouldn't share that? Because it's like, okay, that could be a sign for sure. But it feels like the only other time we've gotten to hear more about Luca, as in like all the other things that he likes, came from his dad. He likes, you know, whatchamacallit, he likes to go to the park. You could take him to the park. He's going to remember the memories. He loves hugs. He loves back massages. He loves all these different things. And every time you hear Megan talk about this child, it's like, oh, the baby has diabetes. The baby has diabetes. And dad had diabetes. And I'm just kind of like, God dang. Enough. Comment down below and let me know. But it feels too much to me. And I also don't know if it's just me or anything, but like, she brought up the fact that, you know, he's had a vasectomy at the luncheon with the mom and the sister as well. And right now she's in the middle of telling, you know, another story of maybe like a disagreement that they had this morning or something. Maybe it's just me, but I don't like my partner sharing just like certain things that we discuss with family members. I've just never been a person that like, that really, you know, that really likes to move like that. Now, granted, he did share it on national television, so obviously it's not like a secret. You know, everybody knows. We all know he had a vasectomy. And, you know, whatever disagreement that they had, maybe her assumption is that, you know, it was filmed anyways. But I've just never been the kind of girl that was just like, and then he did this, and then he did this, and then he did this, and then he did this. Because I don't like the reverse. I don't, if my partner was going around and just like sharing with people, you know, things about me, that's like literally one of my biggest pet peeves. But comment down below and let me know, child.
I am just pleasantly surprised what a nice fit they are.
I have to say, well, Megan did share the story, and the story was essentially how just like, you know, this particular day is the day that, you know, her dad passed away. So she was very emotional, and he didn't know that. She didn't communicate that with him. So this baby was just kind of like, you know, he didn't really know what to do. And they ended up just like communicating through that. And he was like, yo, like, I'm working, I'm giving my best, I'm doing the things, this, that, and the third. And I do have to say, so far, Jordan is surprising me. right? Like Jordan is surprising me because it's always sometimes the people that you think that are gonna be the most, immature or the most like childish that end up actually being the ones that are like, actual stand-up guys, right? Like Jordan so far, again, people be having skeletons in their closets, but from how he's being portrayed, he's been handling things with her very gently. He hasn't been doing the most. I do have to say, I'm actually enjoying watching just like the way he's been interacting, and even, her family seem to like him. So we'll see, child. We'll see. So now we've just seen a series of just like, the people meeting each other's like families or friends. We already spoke about Megan Sparkle and Jordan. That went well. And then we saw, Nick and Annie go visit like his house in the mountains. They spoke about just like their living arrangements, how that's going to work.
You work from home, like you can come stay in my apartment with me. It's in a great location. Like we have an awesome rooftop pool.
Then we had homeless Joe who introduced, Madison to his entire family. And like he has like 3 sisters, his mom, a dad, and his stepdad. And the whole time I'm like, dang, like you got what, 6 people in your life and nobody wanted to give you like housing. You had to go ahead and come on my screen to find you some housing, homeless Joe. Like, what's going on? So that went well, and he was like, oh, that reminded him of like how he felt for Madison. Do y'all think he really liked Madison? I don't believe he liked Madison like that for real, for real. But then again, the woman of God can be wrong. If the Lord gonna put y'all together, I'm not gonna ever sunder nothing. Now we got whatchamacallit, Anton and Alini meeting Anton's friend, and we find out that this guy also, he's a homosexual, right? Because he met this girl who was sitting over here, and essentially after the first date, he never left. What do you mean after the first date, he never left? They've been together for like 4 months. And the whole time at the table, they're talking about like, taking shots and tequila and taking shots and tequila. And so now we at the part where the girl then went down to the bathroom with what's her name, Alini. And they're just kind of like talking about the strip club and how that's going to be like.
I can't believe Anthony's getting married. Was he not like the marriage type before this? To be honest, no.
So the friends don't seem to believe that Anton really gave, marriage for real, for real. Like he's giving like player, he's giving just like he never took relationships seriously.
Respectfully, dude. Yeah. I was like, I give him 2 weeks.
That's not been the read that I've gotten from him thus far, right? Like the girl is in the, even at their low vacation, they were like, oh, Anton is so attentive to Alini, Anton is this, Anton is that. But his actual friends that know him were like, dang, like he never gave marriage type. He never gave like, he never gave serious relationship like that for real.
Just one question about the bachelor's party. They're not going to a strip club, right? Girl, I don't know. Because Anton likes strip clubs and he goes with Joseph.
I'm guessing Joseph is a friend that's sitting over here. And the girl who, who's dating this Joseph that never left her house after the first date is saying like, they be going to the strip clubs together, and she don't sound like she be liking them at the strip clubs.
I was very honest with Anton. I was like, once you're in a relationship that is not appropriate. Yeah.
So he did tell you in the past that he's very much into strip clubs, into like that party lifestyle. Anton told you this, is what you're saying. And you told him that would be inappropriate once y'all are together. Okay, hopefully he gonna listen.
He told me that Joe was kind of like more of like a big party guy, and he like drinks a lot.
So he done told Alini in the pods that his friend Joe be the one that be like, drinking, that be liking the girls, which the friend came and immediately was like, tequila, tequila, this. But according to Joseph's girlfriend, it's both of them. Interesting.
Both of them? Okay. So do you guys party a lot together still? Like here in Denver? No.
Okay, so Jesus. The way ain't nobody gonna make it to the altar. The way ain't nobody gonna say yes at the altar. I feel like if we get a yes, I don't know who gonna say yes at the altar. I just don't know who gonna say yes at the altar. But now you have Alini sitting over here taking a big sigh of relief, and I'm just kind of like, what is about to happen again? This baby is sitting here looking in distress. She's sitting here looking in distress. I'm not gonna go into episode 9 because I'm tired of talking. My throat is getting dry. Okay, I need some hydration. You know, but well, what you finna be mad about now?
The way that Anton was sharing things to me was very much like, Joe's the party guy. Joe's the one that wants to be out all the time. He's the one that's wild.
So this baby is like, you can't tell me you just changed, because in the party and told me it was your friend that was doing the wild, partying and the things. But according to Melissa, you was in there too. You was in there too with him. And that don't make me feel no comfortable, right? And as soon as they get back to the table, why the friend gonna be like, tequila, tequila? And I'm just kind of like, Joseph, read the room. Read the damn room. That is a fair concern. Because people don't be changing within a couple of days. They don't. They don't change within a couple of days at all.
So we have something to discuss, mister.
What's up?
You're in trouble.
Am I?
Yeah.
Why his nose got red? Like, why his nose got extra red? Alini was like, you in trouble, miss. So we're going to have to talk about some things. And he was like, what? And she was like, I'm not going to tell you right now, but we're going to talk about it. And that's how the episode ended. Like, this baby was getting his Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer on. The nose was red, okay? The blood of the lamb ain't got nothing on Anton's nose right down in this here scene. This baby's nose was red. I'm talking about red. Blood of the lamb. And so that's how the episode gonna end. Child, I'm tired. I'm tired. I ain't gonna do too much. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that you always know when I upload. Stop laughing. I'm trying to do my job. My sister out here trying to laugh. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. I think it's like 2 more episodes that's like out. But I feel like the next one's gonna be when the other pod people come out. That always is messy, so I'm interested in that. But we'll see. We'll see. Thank you so much, and I'm gonna go ahead and see you guys on the next one. Bye, Z's. Zoba. Your father.